5 stocks here. We're going to get with AMD. So AMD this week, their estimated earnings per share are at 16 cents. Now, the last 4 quarters, it's always been 16 cents. I think they beat them just like they beat them over the last 3 to 4 quarters. AMD shot up 16.5% on Friday after the arrival. Intel announced that there was going to be a delay on their launch of their newest chips. They recently announced that they recently debuted their new Ryzen chips as well. AMD did, and it seems that they are firing on all cylinders. I think AMD knocks us out of the park. It gapped up significantly. I've been singing AMD's praises since it dipped down to $49 a share. If you guys are in my morning mentorship where I go live with folks every single day, I've been talking about AMD. By the way, if you want to check that out, links are in the description. You can get free 30 days by entering the code CASINO, so go check that out. Links are in the description. And so if you want to check out AMD, I think it's appropriate to probably hold off on AMD to see if there's going to be some sort of pullback before we see earnings on Tuesday after hours. So looking at this, I'm just looking at the chart here. I think that it's going to be potential pullback right around here, around $63 per share. But I would be surprised if it came back down below 60. Looking at this, I think it just makes a whole lot of sense for there to be some sort of pullback, especially after this gapped up on Friday because of just what was going on with Intel. And I think that AMD definitely has a pullback in it, and that's where I would look for potentially $63 per share. If by some chance it does not pull back, maybe about, if we split that in half to around 66, that could be another spot as well if you have not yet hopped in on the AMD wagon. If you have, congrats to you. You guys know that I've been talking about AMD forever. I love this stock. It's belonged over 60 for some time. It's finally getting the love that it deserves. Okay, moving on. Let me just double check with you guys because I want to make sure. I'm a little paranoid now. Are we good still? All right. I think we're still good. All right. Okay, so next, PayPal. PayPal has earnings as well. Let's see here. After hours on Wednesday, estimated earnings per share are 88 cents. I think they beat these earnings by a mile, folks. PayPal has been the way that people have been spending money. We have Venmo that's with PayPal. They've been looking at direct deposits, that sort of thing with PayPal. And their estimated earnings per share at 88 cents, I think, is a bit laughable. And so they've been working on frictionless transactions. I think that they are just going to absolutely crush it. Is it overbought? Hell to the no. It's pulled back here, and I think it's going to be it's lending itself a really good opportunity at this support level at potentially around 165 or 164 area. I think that they do really well, and going into earnings on Wednesday, they probably end up running into those earnings. Here's what I would do, though. I probably wouldn't throw the boat at this just in case. You know, we always talk about earnings, right? How about how risky they can be? And even if they meet certain expectations and they beat earnings, it doesn't mean that it's a straight shot up. In PayPal's situation, though, in PayPal's case, I think that they do actually end up doing well. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out, but make sure you're managing your risk properly. Don't go throwing the farm or betting the farm on PayPal, but I do think that they end up crushing it. If they can get up over this $183 resistance here, which is where its all-time highs are, I think this thing goes higher. It'll be interesting to see if we can break that. But I love PayPal. I love PayPal. I love Square. We saw Square pull back quite significantly as well. Square's been settling down around $118 a share. I love that for a little support area. We see dips on that, which we saw on Friday. Definitely a good opportunity for that one as well. PayPal is like 1A for me. Square's 1B. I love them both. If you guys haven't checked Square out, definitely would suggest doing that as well. So PayPal, Wednesday after hours, 88 cents per share. I think they beat. All right, moving on. We got Facebook. Facebook has earnings after hours on Wednesday as well. Their estimated earnings per share are $1.39. I think they beat that. I think they come in at probably around $1.46. This will be interesting if we see an impact of the boycott from the major advertisers, but I'm willing to bet that this doesn't make a dent in Facebook's earnings, in my opinion. When we look at the 8 million small businesses, guys, 8 million small businesses that benefit from Facebook's ad program, the ROI that Facebook provides for smaller businesses is absolutely incredible. So they are more than willing to continue spending money with them. I don't think that these larger corporations are really going to be making a dent at all. When we look at how Etsy has nearly tripled storefronts and how Wix has gone absolutely insane with new websites being built because people are starting new businesses from an e-commerce level. I mean, that's where Facebook really shines. And I think that Facebook will be minimally impacted from this boycott. And we all know that they're going to come back anyway. There's bigger companies that are boycotting. They're coming back because they know what kind of ROI they can get. They know that, the traditional way that people advertise is not going to fly anymore. And, in my opinion, I think that if by some chance Facebook continues to pull back, I think it's a really good opportunity to buy on a dip. As we've seen this before, we talked about this when the boycott initially happened. And I think that, in my opinion, Facebook still gets to 350 or higher by the end of the year. Yes, I said 350 or higher by the end of the year. As I said at the beginning of this stream, Facebook, if they can pull this off, if they show that they have been able to thrive in this kind of climate, then they should be able to thrive through anything, which in my opinion would only exponentially increase the value of Facebook. We're going to get into Amazon in just a second as well. But I think that if they were able to thrive through this, in my opinion, they could thrive through just about anything. It's not about surviving, guys. It's by like absolutely crushing it. And it's almost as if it was better than usual, right? So I think Facebook absolutely kills it. Here, again, Wednesday after hours, estimated earnings per share $1.39. I think they come in at $1.46. So that'll be interesting to see as well. And next we have UPS. So UPS comes in here, $118 a share, $118.35 is where it closed out on Friday. They come in on Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, I think it's Thursday. I didn't write that down. My bad. I think it's Thursday. Pre-market. Yeah, it is Thursday. Thursday pre-market, estimated earnings per share is $1.08. I think they beat that, probably like $1.12. Two words here: e-commerce demand. Okay, e-commerce demand. My bonus dad, if you guys get that, get my drift. My bonus dad has been a mail carrier for 25 years. He told me about 2 weeks ago that it's just been crazy with all the parcels he's been delivering. He said the last 2 months have been like Christmas every single day. During the Christmas time, my bonus dad would be like gone. He wouldn't come home until like 8, 9 o'clock at night. And that's how it's been every freaking day. So UPS has stood to benefit from this. And I think that if FedEx was any indication of how well UPS may do, I think that they actually beat earnings. If I'm looking here on the chart, I like this for a potential pullback down to maybe around 112. I'm not sure we get this. What I think ends up happening is that this 118 area is probably where we might see a decent buy zone. And then this actually probably presses higher to its highs around 124.38. If it beats earnings, expect this to break up over those highs, and we will see a really nice move out of UPS. That being said, okay, I just went on a rant about how I love UPS right now. That being said, my concerns are that Amazon has decided to ramp up their parcel delivery and take them up a notch. And so UPS has one of the largest cargo airlines in the world, and its insane demand could be good for them. But I think that if we see something from Amazon, which they have earnings Thursday after hours, UPS pre-market, Thursday after hours is Amazon, could spell trouble for UPS depending on what Amazon reveals to us as far as their delivery service is concerned as well. So be smart. Watch this one closely, but I do think UPS beats, and I think it does make a nice little run into earnings on Thursday pre-market. Again, estimated earnings per share is $1.08, beats, I think, and it might come in around $1.12 is what I'm expecting it to come in at. So not a huge beat, but I think they beat nonetheless. All right, next, and finally, here we have Amazon. This has pulled back 10% from its highs. And I think that it's a little bit unwarranted. Amazon, like I said, 10% drop from its highs is a gift. It came down just below 3,000, but I think 3,000 is going to be a really nice support for this. They come in with earnings after hours. Their estimated earnings per share is $1.32. I think they kill it. I think they beat it. There's no reason why I wouldn't want to buy Amazon right now. Again, same thing about, how they've been able to thrive through this crazy time. As everybody else is firing people, Amazon just keeps hiring them. They're officially unkillable, like I was saying. And some may argue that it's, shoot. I just lost my spot. Amazon is a buy, like I said, today, tomorrow, and in the future. Just look at the dips. look for your supports that actually make sense, and just keep adding to this thing. If you want to day trade it, fine. There's always really good opportunities to day trade or maybe even a short-term swing trade. I like this support here at 3,000. And if you wanted to ride this back up to 3,300, where I think it actually gets to, or maybe even 3,250, then you could make a nice little swing trade or even a day trade if this starts to run up towards that on Thursday. But Amazon, in my opinion, is a buy now, in the future, last week. Just buy it.